Everybody, welcome back to another episode of Classics Are Better. I'm Travis, and today the goal is to get this one-piece TMI headliner and accessories in my 67 Camaro. Let's get to it. All right, everybody. So as I was saying, the goal for today is to try and get this TMI one-piece headliner installed on my Camaro. It is the fiberglass option in Madrid black, so kind of the vinyl cover or whatnot on it. The main feature with this, or the selling feature that really got me to go for it, was that it has no bows, so you don't have to worry about the tension and stringing the headliner across and all that kind of stuff like a traditional one. And it's supposed to give you another 2 inches of head clearance, which I'm 6'3", so another 2 inches of head space. I'm all about that in one of these old cars. So here are all my accessories to get the headliner on. But essentially I have my A-pillar covers, my sail panels. Again, both of these are in that black Madrid color, so essentially a grained black vinyl. Have my weather stripping and windlace. Got some clippies here to hold it on. And then I currently don't have sun visors, so I got new sun visors and hardware, and I don't have a dome light, so I got new dome light stuff and a light bulb. So hopefully after getting all this on there, the top half of my interior should be looking pretty good actually in the car. Fingers crossed. This is what we are starting with, my friends, and it is not much. So I really don't have a top part of my interior. I have no headliner, no bows, no dome light, no sail panel, no A-pillar, no sun visors in. I just have a rear view mirror, and that is about it. This is essentially where you want to get to. So take out all your existing stuff, take the bows off from your headliner, as the one piece does not need them. It also says that you need to remove your rear seat and package tray. So I was able to get the lower part of the back seat out. It does just hook in on these little hooks. I wanted to show you guys. So it sits down in here. You just push it down, wrangle it back a little bit, and then up and out over this. Cool, so rear seat is out. You can see I have a little bit of mouse nest here. Not for me, from the previous owner. I know I don't have any mice in it right now. So another fun little discovery on my rear seats here. The bottom seat's not too bad, but this top rear seat, or top of the rear seat, is horrible. So you can see the mice had ate through the bottom here. So there's no hog rings holding that in. I was wondering why it was always kind of loose. So I'm definitely going to have to give that some attention before it goes back in the car. So now I'm going to take out the front and rear metal windshield frames that are up here, these thin little metal things, and the little trim lock rivet doodads that are in here. It goes up the back as well, up the side, across the top, and down the other side. And then the best way to take it off, in my opinion, is just a pair of needle nose pliers, and they just pop right out. And it looks just like this. So here we have them out of the car, but it's the front windshield and rear window metal frames. 2 recommendations: wear eye protection because stuff was flying everywhere in there, and then also use it like a flathead screwdriver to kind of pop the edge of that little rivet thing loose, or trim lock, whatever it's called, and then use your needle nose pliers to pop it right out of there. Made it way easier. So I think the last thing I got to get out of here is just this package tray, or rear deck tray, whatever you want to call it. And it's just, best I can tell, it's just sitting on here loose. Mine has speakers, some of them just come plain. Official shop dog break. Say hey, Mr. Cooper. Or just stay there looking good. Okay, y'all, so it's the next day. I finished pulling all that stuff out at like midnight last night, and I was just done. So anyway, it is a new day, and we're going to get this headliner in this car. Let's go. All right, so we should be finally good to go on the actual install part of this. The instructions do call for 2 people. I am but one man, so we'll see what two hands can do. All right, y'all, it's go time. All right, so it is pretty warm in here. I have made some progress. I was able to use an awl and punch through and get the top center screw in for the rear view mirror. So now I can kind of align this where it's held in the front. And then the easiest way, if you don't have another person, is I just found use a bar stool, and I was using a moving blanket, but it kept sliding off. So I just put a pad inside of a trash bag, and it seems to be holding it up. So let's see how we do. All right, so I have the headliner kind of mocked up in here. You can see it's just clipped on. Then I have a screw right here in. Now the main thing is to try and get these sun visor mounts in each of these kind of already pre-cut out areas, even though you have to cut it. And the cutout area is bigger than this, so you got to be careful with it going in there. I wanted to talk to you about putting on the A-pillar. What you're going to want to do is use your awl and poke a small hole through this little screw hole right here, and that is going to line up to this little hole right here on your A-pillar. And when you put it in, this little crazy side is going to be what fits around your dash in here, and then you're just going to wedge this side up, you know, where you can cut away some of that excess, but try and just tuck it under there, and then drill you in a little screw to that hole. That's the plan. Okay, so now to get the sail panels on, you'll see that they have this little tab made into the back, and it says that it slides right under the headliner there, so when you get it in, should look just like that. All right, so got the rear sail panels in there, starting to look like an interior in here again. Also, I was able to get the A-pillars in on each side. Not very well. They're probably about 90% there. I'm gonna have to fidget with it a little bit to get the rest of it fixed up. So have most of the headliner in. Now it's time to put in this new windlace, and essentially what it does is just go between this metal pinch right here and the edge of the headliner, and you just squish it together in the channel in this. And so it'll go all the way on this side, and then you kind of have to trim the excess. I'm trimming as I go just to make sure I don't trim too much. So after the windlace, I got my rear view mirror attached and put in my dome light. That is screwed in and double taped because it was just a little bit wonky on there. I just need to put my package tray in now and actually put my sun visors on the clips, and I'll be done for now. Well, it's looking good, but I'm having an issue with the sun visor. So I got it all attached in here, and they seem to be too long. So these are supposed to be 67 Camaro sun visors, and I mounted these in the, you know, the original factory mounting holes in the ceiling or whatnot, or, you know, in the top of the roof. But these are just touching where they're supposed to be spaced out here and click into this rear view mirror. So I guess I'll have to take these out for now, and just kind of troubleshoot on that. Okay, also here is the final result. Didn't come out too bad. Again, didn't put my back seats back in because I need to work on fixing them. One thing though, honestly, I can't figure out, there's no reason to pull your back seat and your package tray. Like, I could have done all this with those still here. So maybe there's something in a normal stock Camaro that I'm missing since I didn't have a headliner or anything in here, but I could have left this stuff in. So honestly, I would have much rather been sitting in the back seat wrangling with this, but it would have been hard to, you know, maybe stack some stuff. So I don't know, but I think you could do it without taking this out, and that would save a lot of time. Far as the actual TMI headliner, I would say it does pretty good. I think it looks great. It was a huge pain in the butt to put this in, especially by myself. But I got to say, like, the fit and finish, everything seems great, except for the A-pillars. The A-pillars are horrible. They just do not fit good at all. I'm still probably going to have to fidget with them. I got them to stay in there and look okay, but I'm not happy with it. I'm going to have to do some more. And I also got to figure out why the sun visors I got for a 67 Camaro didn't fit in my 67 Camaro. Because I did put these in, like, in the stock locations because I could see the drilled holes in the roof. So, I don't know. I'll just have to figure that out. Well, y'all, that was a long afternoon. I am super glad that I got that done, but if I have any recommendations is do buy the TMI headliner. It's pretty sweet and it looks good in there, even though the A-pillars kind of suck. But have a friend help you put it in, or two. If you had somebody on each side holding it and then you're in the middle figuring out the screw holes or whatever, oh my God, it'd have been so much faster than me trying to do this thing by myself. But it is possible to do by yourself, so just FYI on that. But as always, thank you guys for tuning in, for watching me fight this thing into being just a little bit better. But get out there, get wrenching if you can, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.